Hi, my name is Alexander, and today I'm here to talk about my new Umarex Uzi 22 LR rifle. Now this rifle, it's made by Carl Walther, and it's sold by Umarex in the United States. And it is licensed under IWI, which is the Israeli weapons industry. And it is a wonderful 22 rifle. The Israeli version is a 9mm, and this is a 22 LR. It has the same weight as a 9mm, and it's basically the same design spec, except it's been configured for a 22. So we'll go ahead and do our standard safety check, and as you can see, it is unloaded. So we're going to go ahead and proceed. Our magazine is also unloaded as well. So, one of the things I'd like to talk today about is how the gun functions, my review of the rifle, and then I'll do a disassembly because I couldn't exactly find a disassembly for this rifle. So how's the gun function? Well, you have your slider on the top to pull your bolt back, and with the magazine in, it'll lock in. It has the quick disconnect. And I want to point out this is the California compliant version. Because this is a 22 LR, it still has the quick disconnect. The only thing that makes it California compliant is the 10-round magazine instead of the 20-round. So I was surprised to see that. I didn't know that the 22 was not applicable, but this is classified as a long rifle. And as well it should, because whether this is a Uzi 22 semi-automatic or a Ruger 1022 with a 10-round magazine, it is basically going to have the same effect to your target. So, with that being said, it replicates the Israeli Uzi in pretty much every way except for the bolt. It's your fire and your safety. It has the handle here, and you pull it out by pulling down on this, pull out, and it snaps right in place. And then to bring the stock back, you're going to squeeze in here and lift up and push this button in and just fold it back in like that. First couple of times you do this, you're gonna make a mess of it, but after a while you get really used to it and it just becomes second nature to you. So it has your iron sights, which work fairly well. This is fairly accurate at the range. I took it out to 35 yards. It has your windage, which you can adjust with a dime, and it also has your elevation. If you can see it here, you press down on this pin, which is in front of the sight, and when you press down on that, you can screw the sight up or down for your elevation. So it's really nice. So the feel of this feels like an Uzi. It has weight to it. I believe this is about 7 pounds. It's durable. It's made out of metal. The only plastic components are on it. This is polymer. It has a polymer hand grip and a polymer hand grip here, and that's it. The rest is metal. It feels wonderful, and it shoots very well as well. The funny thing is, with it being a 22, even though it has a barrel guard, which looks like a silencer obviously, because it's 22, it sounds really quiet and it is just fun to shoot. You have a safety here as well on your grip, so you have to push down on the safety if you want to fire the weapon. So, okay, I think that's everything. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the disassembly. So your disassembly on this works the same way as the Israeli 9mm Uzi, where you have your pin here that you're going to push back with your finger, and you lift up the top cover. Here's where it gets different, and this took me a while to figure out. With the Israeli Uzi, the 9mm, I believe the bolt goes up further. The bolt, you just take your two fingers and you slide it back and out. With this one, it was driving me crazy. I could not figure out how to do it. and you see lift off for disassembly. I thought this applied to the entire bolt, but this is actually a cover that you have to pull off first before removing the bolt. So I'll go ahead and do that. And you just had to kind of work it out there. And it comes off just like that. So this is probably the only real piece of plastic in the rifle. The rest is polymer and metal, and that's it. So from here, we pull this out. And once we do that, we can lift up. And it comes out like so. So I'm going to set this down. So this is your bolt. That comes off. We'll just set that there. And your spring and your slide. So we'll set that there. To take off the pistol grip, to make it easier to clean, you're going to push down on this here. And I'll use my slide to do that and stab my wrist there. Okay, and this comes out. Once you do that, this just kind of pops right out. And so once you've done this, it makes it very easy to get in there with a rag, get in there with your rod, and clean the barrel and clean everything out, because when you shoot 22 ammo that has wax on it, it just makes it filthy inside. In the instructions, it said you can also slide this part down. Now, I tried that. It didn't seem to want to go down. It felt like it was going to take a lot of force, and I didn't want to break it by applying too much force to it. I was looking for any fastener or anything that might be holding this in place, keeping it from sliding down, but I couldn't find anything. But I guess I'll have to wait and see if someone else posts a video on how to do this. For me, I'm just going to leave it here because I can go in from this end of the barrel and just pull my rags out, my cleaning cloths over here, and that's fine. Everything I can reach without this, but somehow in the instructions it said this pops out so you can put your rod in this way. I know that looks suggestive, but sorry. So yeah, that's it. That's how to disassemble the Umarex Uzi. Again, I wanted to make this video because I did get stuck on getting the bolt out. It took me a lot of time to finally figure out that it was something as simple as just removing the cover from that. So that's the rifle. It's been a lot of fun. I think for the cost, it is money well spent. Just fun to shoot, gets a lot of attention at the range, and it is just fun to have. It's fun to hold. It's fun to take it out with friends and just go through affordable ammo at the range. So that's all I have, and I hope you enjoy.